Jason, we've seen this throughout the day. Is it going to continue into this evening?
Well, the thing is, when these high winds are moving in, it's kind of like batten down the hatches because you don't know what's going to be blowing around. You put your trash out and your trash can is down the street there. But yes, Neil, it is going to be ending. It's going to be calming down. And in fact, I was out over in Richmond Heights having dinner with a couple friends of mine, and it sounded like just hellacious things going on outside. You don't hear that downtown when you're living in a building, but out in the suburbs, you do hear it. So it will not keep you up later on tonight. Maybe you'll hear it in the beginning, but then it'll kind of calm down a little bit. So let's talk about your forecast. Look at our temperatures out there, my friends. It is kind of like we were dealing with this last night, and then we had that sort of knee-jerk reaction back into, let's say, maybe even late spring today, because we had temperatures in the 60s, 43 right now in Akron, 39 for our friends over there in Ravenna, 39 for you, Chardon, low 40s in Jefferson, as well as Elyria at about 40 degrees. Medina, I see you also at about 41 degrees. So current temperatures all around the area are back in the blues. The blues meaning that we got some pretty chilly weather happening here. So we still have that high wind warning that is going to be in effect through about midnight tonight. All of our counties you can see shaded there in orange are indicating that high wind warning. So there is still a possibility that we're likely going to have some gusts approaching 30, 40, perhaps even getting up to 50 miles per hour. I don't think we'll make it to that 60 mile per hour threshold by any means, but certainly it's going to be a little bit of a howl out there as well. So peak temperatures today, because we had those gusty winds coming out of the south with that warm front today, we pushed us into the low 60s for Akron, Canton, 61 degrees top today at Cleveland, Hopkins, Mansfield in the upper 50s along with Ashtabula, and Sandusky following suit as well, about 57 degrees. So as I said before at the open, we were near the benchmark that we were this time yesterday despite the big warm up we've had today. So we're back into territory from the 24-hour ago mark, but that high pressure is going to allow for the clouds we have right now to really start to thin out, and that's where our temperature is going to fall. That west-northwest wind is that cooling wind, just like we get a northeast wind coming across the lake. So this is what's going to allow the colder temperatures to return. And this aerial low that brought a little bit of the nastiness earlier is going to begin to pull north and also pull away, which is going to be good news for us and allow that high pressure system to come on in. But man, oh man, have we had a lot of reports today from high winds, power lines down, and likely still people are going to be dealing with these issues for yet another day because the winds are still going to be howling out there. But tomorrow it's going to be a little bit better, and hopefully we're not going to have any sort of those markers on there. So west winds right now sustained about 20 to 30 miles per hour. This is not counting the gusts. They're westerly, but they're going to turn a little bit more southerly as we make our way through the next 24 to 36 hours. For the rest of the evening, we're going to be safely back into the 30s, some areas in the mid to low 30s, waking up for you tomorrow morning. Here's your National Design-Mark hour-by-hour forecast. Notice clouds thinning on out. Hey, we're looking pretty good for a beautiful sunrise for our Sunday. High temperatures tomorrow. Look at that. That southwest wind coming back in. It's going to elevate our temperatures now into the upper 40s, perhaps even low 50s, with increasing clouds moving in from west towards east in the afternoon and also the evening hours. Then another aerial low, this is going to be a weaker system, begins to arrive by the time we get into Monday. A stray shower or two tomorrow night, and then by the time we get to Monday, just some hit and miss showers likely there. Through the afternoon, a wave of energy will come on in around high noon. Temperatures will be in the 30s. We could have a lakeside breeze and then low 40s elsewhere. I don't believe we'll be putting down any sort of snow up in this region just yet because, again, we need that column of air from the base of the clouds to the ground to cool down, and then that's where we can get that changeover. I think we might have a best bet of that once we get into late Monday night into early Tuesday and likely through the first few hours of Tuesday because of that north wind. But again, models aren't picking up on too much energy at this point, but it's also picking up some really cold temperatures as well. So that's what Tuesday morning is likely to look like. Now let's broaden our picture here and we'll go to the big picture just quickly. You can see where we have bigger bouts of rain coming in south, and we'll have a little bit of rain coming in for us. This is going to be from Monday heading in towards Tuesday. So again, not terrible. Here's what it looks like here. So Sunday night, again, things are going to be relatively quiet. Once we get into Monday morning, that's that wave of energy that's going to be coming on through here. So once it gets on out of here, we'll pull in some of those colder temperatures, and by Tuesday we'll be waking up likely in the 20s and going back into the 30s. So it's going to be a cold start there on Tuesday morning. Here's your Union Home Mortgage 10-day outlook. Look at this. Isolated showers possible. You can see there by Wednesday, Thursday, we start to warm things back up, and even Friday. Again, not looking that bad. Neil?